Y'all, there were times I didn't think I'd be able to say this, but Trump is no longer president. So y'all can go ahead and retire the busted challenge because Chloe Bailey, one half of the sister duo, Chloe and Halle, she gave us everything that we needed, that we required. So y'all can just go ahead and hang it up. We don't need it anymore. Chloe gave us everything that we needed. Yeah, so just y'all, the rest of y'all can go home, retire it, because Chloe now owns that shit. Thank you, Chloe, for blessing my timeline. Because if y'all know how many times I've watched that, y'all would think something's wrong with me. So I would just leave it at that. So I told y'all from day one, I'm a nerd. So just bear with me while I geek out for a little bit, because Marvel's WandaVision on Disney Plus, let's talk about it. I have so many thoughts. I am intrigued, I am invested, and I am confused. I'm confused because I'm not that familiar with like comic book canon in regards to like Scarlet Witch and Vision. I'm not that familiar with them. I am more familiar with Wanda just because she was in X-Men. So like I'm watching this and I'm just like, okay, where is it going? But I trust Marvel because I know they know how to set some shit up, unlike DC. I know they're setting something up. We're in the beginning of like phase 4 within the MCU. So I know it's leading up to something. And when you're, starting the foundation for something, you got to start slow, build the exposition and all that good stuff. So I'm like, okay, I know it's leading to something. So with that in mind, I'm already like very intrigued. Like the synopsis of the entire show, like, cause you can tell like they're in like it's almost like a homage to like, 60s and 70s sitcoms. And with each new episode, I think they're going into a different decade. So I think that's been clear. So I know it's leading to something. Spoiler alert, on the third episode, she gave birth to twin boys, which after, doing my homework, I was like, okay, in the comics, she has twin boys with Vision. So I'm like, okay, what are we leading to? So I have theories. My theory is that WandaVision is going to be the gateway into the X-Men universe, which, if I'm right, I also have another theory about how the X-Men are going to enter the MCU, but that's more for another time. But as of right now, 3 episodes in, WandaVision, it's unlike anything that the MCU has done before. So that in and of itself is good. Marvel keeps, they're their own competition. They always outdoing themselves and, putting new spins on how to do superhero genre. So I'm here for WandaVision. Like I said, I will be tuning in every Friday. So yes, kudos to you, Disney. I know y'all ain't shit. Disney is a very unethical monopoly, but at the same breath, they're getting all my coins. So, finally, the day that we've all been waiting for since January 20th, 2017. That motherfucker's out of office. I mean, I don't have the words to describe how happy I am, because not only is he out of office, but he's getting impeached twice. On Monday, the Senate, they're gonna meet and impeach that motherfucker for the second time. We gotta talk about, this inauguration. I watched it, and the entire time I was thinking to myself, please don't nobody shoot Joe or Kamala. And I'm sorry, that may sound really morbid. That's honest to God what I was thinking of. Because, after the fallout from the riots that happened in the Capitol a couple weeks ago, back on January 6th, I was very concerned about, how the logistics of the inauguration was going to work. Because I'm like, this motherfucker Trump literally incited a riot at the Capitol, which hasn't happened in like 200 years since the War of 1812. And I'm just like, his supporters are radicalized. They're not going anywhere. So I was literally, when I watched the inauguration, I was watching with bated breath, basically, because I really thought some shit was going to pop off. Thankfully, I was wrong. They swore in Kamala and Joe, and it was business as usual. Like I said, you go back to my earlier videos, I said, I'm not so much happy that Joe's president as much as I am happy that Trump is out, okay? So I'm gonna let Joe and Kamala have their little, their little moment. Because, it was a story. Kamala, the first Black woman, the first Asian woman, the first woman to, ascend to the second highest office in the land. So that's the story, so I'm gonna let her have her moment. I'm gonna keep it cute. But come Monday, my foot will be on your necks for the rest of these 4 years. First order of business, Kamala and Joe. Bitch, where's my money? Send us that 2K. You can also go ahead and start, suspending and forgiving student loans, because these are things you promised during your campaign. So, chop, get to work. But also, the inauguration, we got to talk about the looks that were served, because looks were served. For me, it was the all-purple coordination with Kamala and the former first ladies. Michelle Obama, you had no right. You had no right to come and slay me like that. I mean, the difference between the 2017 inauguration and the 2021 inauguration, like in 2017, Michelle was there like, okay, let me just put my hair up in a fucking bun and call it a day. Like, Michelle was up in that bitch like, I would rather be anywhere else, but my man asked me to come, so I'm here. Fast forward to now, Michelle with the bang, that shit said, whoosh. Her shit was buoyant. That shit was bouncing. Do you hear me? The purple outfit, Michelle. I mean, damn, girl, you looked good. Kamala, she was rocking purple. She looked good too. It was the purple coordination was really, I was here for that. The performances. So Lady Gaga sang the national anthem. It was good. Charlie Puth, you tried it by trying to compare her to Whitney. I don't know why you would set up Lady Gaga like that. Don't do it again. J-Lo sang. She looked good. She looked good. J-Lo, your ministry is dancing and looking good on red carpet. That is your ministry. That is what you were born to do. Anything else? Singing live. I don't know if Ashanti wasn't available, but let me stop being shady. She sang America's Beautiful. Thank you for that. It was good to know that, Trump is out. Also at the inauguration, it was very apparent that Trump was not there, but Pence was. And I think that's a very intentional part on both Trump and Pence. I feel like Pence is trying to distance himself from Trump now, because Trump is going to jail. Pence is trying to save face. There will be people who buy it, who will forgive him. I am not one of those people. The North remembers, my black ass remembers. I will never forget. I'm not interested in any redemption arc from anyone from the Trump administration. All of y'all can go to hell, and I mean that with all disrespect. Seeing people in the media, especially people on the left, already... I mean, I knew y'all activism was performative, and I knew y'all really didn't care about the social issues, but damn, y'all couldn't even wait a week until Trump was gone to start, tap dancing for Biden and them. I'm just like, okay, girl. Like, the difference between actual leftists and progressives versus liberals, I'm just like, y'all are, oh my God, predictable and tired. They're already, forgiving Melania. I'm just like, Melania was a birther. She was complicit in all that shit. So save it. Because I already know how it's going to play out. She's going to divorce him. Now, I give her 30 business days from the 20th until she files for divorce. She's probably going to write a book, talk about how horrible her marriage was and how unhappy she was. And then liberals are going to eat that shit up and forgive her. I'm already over it, and it hasn't even happened yet. Also, we got to talk about how the fallout from the riots at the Capitol. Like I said in the previous video, all those bitches are going to jail, and that's exactly what's happening. In the weeks that have followed, we've seen, mugshots of all the maggots, mugshots, indictments, videos of people getting arrested, and the joy it's bringing me. Kamala is going to see to it that you niggas get locked up, and the key is going to get thrown away. Ooh, they're going to be locked up. Trump will be impeached and locked up. It's just, it's coming. So I have optimism in that, As inauguration was approaching, as Joe, became president, there was a lot of discourse about, raising the minimum wage, to $15, which if you really want to be honest, isn't enough, but it's a good starting place. But there was a discourse on the TL about, certain people didn't think, workers, fast food workers or retail workers or whatnot were deserving of $15. I'm paraphrasing, but basically the tweet was like, I work for Amazon. I make $17 or $18 an hour. Ain't no way in hell you telling me somebody who flips burgers should get paid the same as me. And I'm just like, I really wish y'all would let go of that stronghold that capitalism has on y'all. That this desire that y'all have to like one up somebody or be better than somebody. Because if the only way you can feel tall is by, kicking someone down, you have a serious problem. I promise you. I promise you, other people getting paid a livable wage will in no way hurt you. I promise it's not. It was even more ironic. This nigga works for Amazon. Amazon? Bitch, your boss is the real life Lex Luthor. Amazon is infamous for wage theft and other unethical labor practices. And you mad at a McDonald's worker? Like, your anger is like all this anger, that workers have. It's like y'all mad at each other. No, the working class don't need to be mad at each other. Y'all need to be mad at your bosses, the Jeff Bezos of the world, the Amazons of the world. That is who y'all need to be mad at. All the anger that I have directed towards them, okay? Because I promise you, your fellow worker is not the enemy. It's the owning class that you need to be mad at, okay? So please let go of this belief y'all have that capitalism is, one, gonna save y'all, or two, is, a good or ethical practice, because it's not. It's not. And the sooner y'all realize that, I think the happier we will all be. But yeah, that was just my little 2 cents about what's happened so far. Trump is gone. He's going to jail. I'm happy. All those rioters, y'all going to jail too. It's only a matter of time. We gonna see what Joe and Kamala give us. We gonna see what y'all give us over these next 4 years. I mean, the bar is so low. So, yeah, like, you don't have to do much to be better than Trump. You really don't. But just, at the least, follow through on your campaign promises. And for me, that means forgiving these student loans and giving us our stimulus checks and making sure we get through this pandemic, because Trump basically wasted a year. That's a year that none of us can get back. 400,000 people are dead. Their blood is on Trump's hands. So I just hope Joe and Kamala, I hope y'all can steer us in a bad direction, because these past 4 years, it was like we were in fucking a nightmare. So I'm cautiously optimistic, but my foot will be firmly on your necks. But yeah, that's my little 2 cents. Tell me what y'all think about, the inauguration and whatnot. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all later.